I wanna be is a happy girl. I just wanna live in a joyful world. All I wanna be is a happy girl.
Yes. Great job, Aaron. Yes. Oh, that was awesome. Yes? I hear that again. That was awesome. Yes? Y'all at home are going, yes. I can hear you. I can feel you. Well, are you ready to say yes to some good in your life? Yes. Well, all right. I'll bring somebody in to tell you something. Oh, I just feel so blessed that I still get to do this when I'm at home, which is rare nowadays, it seems. But I'm just so grateful to be here with y'all. I'm still affirming that I can bilocate. I'd like to be here and, yes. Yes, thank you. All right, so I have a serious question that I want to lead off with this morning for all of you. And the serious question is, what do you know beyond a shadow of a doubt? Like, what do you know with absolute certainty? What I know, I'm going to give one example and then you can shout some out. But what I know with absolute certainty, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the sun is going to come up in the morning. Whether I'm here or not, it's coming up, right? I was thinking about it. I have a long list. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, wherever we are on the planet, if there's a season called autumn, that the leaves are going to release themselves from the trees. I know that beyond, Okay, now if your mind is going, but not evergreens or whatever, boy, are we going to talk about that today. That's what our brain does. Stop it. Trying to find the exception. Already, aren't you? So what do you know beyond a shadow of a doubt with absolute certainty? What do you know?
Love is all there is.
Trees grow. I manifest parking spots. I know I'm loved. Come on, keep. Love is always for more life. CSLDallas is the best place to be. Change is constant. Yes? Life falls forward, doesn't go backwards. All of that. Okay, so I want you to add one to your list, and it's got to be at the top of the list. And that is that prosperity is your birthright. That is an absolute certainty. That is a truth. And if your brain or all the cells or some of the cells in your body going, yeah, well, that's true for Karen, but not for me, or whatever. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is the absolute truth. Prosperity is your birthright. Abundance is your birthright. There's no way that it's not. As you took your first breath, it's guaranteed, it's assured, it's the truth. Because it's the truth of life itself, and since there's only one thing happening instead of two, which our brain tricks us on, and so does some doctrine and dogma out there, but it's only one, and it must be true for you and your life. Okay? Now, before I go any further, some of you may not know me, because I'm not around much as I was 3 years ago. I was the co-spiritual director with Dr. Peter Weldis for 9 years here. Okay? And what a lot of people know about me is this is my bailiwick, what I'm talking about today. However, before you go have surgery on your heart to make it healthier, you might want to know some of the doctor's credentials, right? So I'm just going to give you a few. This is not to boast, this is not to brag, but if you're going to listen to me, you might need to know a little bit about me. And that is, I am not a multimillionaire, except the fact that I, for decades, have lacked for nothing, especially in the financial world. I don't look at the balance in my checking account. I haven't since I was in my early 20s. I don't live paycheck to paycheck, okay? There's something that I was blessed. I hold money very differently than most human beings on the planet. I'm grateful for that. Trust me, I have a lot of areas in my life that I have to work on, but not this one. With some rare occasions. Okay? I have no debt. We own a condo in Dallas, debt-free. We own 8 acres and a cabin on the lake in New Hampshire, debt-free. We now own 2 properties in Costa Rica, debt-free. I've what did I say? I have redefined my life 3 times. This is my 3rd iteration. I did 23 years in executive sales and marketing and was absolutely, extremely screaming successful. Walked away and didn't work for 3.5 years with good savings in the bank to go to ministerial school for 3.5 years. And I left one of the best communities on the planet that probably would have let me stay till I was 80 to go do it again and to be an entrepreneur and be a business owner and have a ministry all around the world. And I didn't get a salary when I started. Okay, so that's just to tell you a little bit about me. My 4th iteration of my life, I'm already declaring and claiming that I am a philanthropist. Because I actually like the currency of life. It's a current, see? Current, see? It's the current of life, see? It's just another form of love. And I want to give a hell of a lot of love away before I die. In the form of currency. Okay? So I've brought some good things to say prosperity is your birthright. It's time once and for all to claim it. And I brought some good quotes from the master, Dr. Ernest Holmes. So the first one is, we are confronted with the revealing truth that poverty is lack of knowledge of God. If we had a complete realization of the allness of good and our oneness with God, we would automatically express abundance. So if there's anything lacking in your life, and I'm not just talking about money here, my definition of prosperity is being able to do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do, with whomever I want to do, wherever I want to do it. And that, you know, there are things like health that don't get in the way, money don't get in the way, you know, things like that, right? So have your own definition of prosperity. But he's saying that we are confronted with the revealing truth that poverty is lack of knowledge of God. If we had a complete realization of the allness of good and our oneness with God, we would automatically express abundance. So there's 2 things in here. The allness of good. Oneness with God. If you want to go to masterclass really quick with that one phrase, change the with to as. Oneness as God. I live my life as the oneness as God. I'm not standing up here telling you Karen Fry is God Almighty. No. But everything that I am, God is. There's no separation. So the thing that helped me the most and really increased the prosperity of my life and helped me to not have to focus on this particular subject matter much in my life is when I shifted from God, Spirit, universal presence, divine, whatever. We have all kinds of names for this thing itself. That's what Holmes will call it sometimes, is the thing itself. When I shifted, I don't know when and I don't know why, but it was one of the most powerful transformations in my life. And I call the thing itself divine oceanic substance. I am swimming in it all the time. Divine oceanic substance. It's omnipresent. It's the all of it is right here, and it's there, and it's there, and it's there, and it's there, and I'm swimming. So imagine yourself right now immersed in the biggest ocean. It's way beyond the ocean that we have on this planet. We have several oceans. They've named them, right? But it's one body of water, let's say, And there's certainly more than one planet in our galaxy and so on and so on. But let's imagine the biggest body of ocean you can, and you cannot get out of it. Your brain's going to say, oh, but I can get out of the ocean, Karen. No, you can't. You can't. And you're swimming in it all the time, and it's so abundant. Now let's think about, I don't know what's happening with my mic, but I'll keep trying to not move much, which is hard for Karen. So, think about the ocean. There's everything big, i.e. a whale, right, to itty bitty 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 plankton that the big ass whale eats. And there's everything in between. Everywhere you look and are swimming in this divine oceanic substance, right? All this life is teeming. This is the same for your prosperity. You can't get out of it. So whenever I have moments, and I do have some moments, and I go, oh, and I go to this word. It's a very evil word. Don't let it creep into your life at all. Like the first cockroach you see, you better snuff it out, or you'll have a whole nest before you know it, right? The word is called lack. And the very moment, it tries to just show a little light, just creaking through the crack. It's called lack. Oh my gosh, you got to snuff it out. And the one way I do that is, no, but I'm swimming in divine oceanic substance. As I'm swimming in divine oceanic substance, I can't get out of it, can't go around it, can't go through it. It's always present. It's omnipresent. Then there is no lack in my life, and I have more than I ever could need and want to share and to spare, whatever your phrases are, right? It's this divine oceanic substance. So maybe you start taking this up. I've heard some people in our community take it up. I heard people do it in their treatments. Okay. I'm wondering, I now look over and there's a wonderful divine oceanic substance swimmer. So now, it will be in a second. Okay, so thank you for that, Jamie. So I've heard people start saying divine oceanic substance, and I love that. I just love that. It's like, wow, that's spreading now. You're welcome. And so the next quote I want to bring in is, it is certain that you cannot believe in abundance while identifying yourself with lack. Let me tell you, this is for everything home teaches us. You can't identify yourself as wholeness when you're identifying yourself as unhealthy. But we're just talking about prosperity and money and, abundance today, right? In all its form, and it's tangible. That's why we're challenged by it. Ooh, So, I digress. So, it is certain that you cannot believe in abundance while identifying yourself with lack. Forget the lack. This is the how-to. Forget the lack and think only of abundance. Okay. The first big time I really had to focus when I didn't have to think about money and not check my bank accounts and blah, blah, blah for so many years, and especially thanks to Science of Mind when I came into it in 2007 and put it to work during a recession and made more money than I ever made in my life as a sales executive. But when I walked away from that 23-year successful sales and marketing career, for 23 years, I basically had a salary and. I can make commission, salary and. And it was up to me and eventually my team, but, salary and. So I didn't have a cap on my earnings until Dr. Petra Weldis asked me to come to Dallas, Texas, and be co-minister with her in 2014. And by the way, the salary I was offered, she negotiated me down. I just want y'all to know she's a good negotiator, as am I. But that salary was what I made 15 years prior. And I'll never forget it. I drove for 3 days from Oakland, California to Dallas, Texas. The community was with her. Some were in Costa Rica on a spirit tour. This all ties together. But anyway, and I was driving, and I went, oh, I'm only making, only, get rid of that word. I'm only, get rid of it. I'm making, it was not much. I'm making this, and I went, oh, and that's all I'm going to make. I'm just electric today. It's just going to happen.
There you go.
And I went, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I can't do that. For 3 days, I focused on, that is not my truth. I don't care that I get that salary. That is not my truth. That is not who I am. I live a prosperous life. I live an abundant life. I don't know how. I just know I do. And after I arrived and started meeting some of you beautiful, incredible people that's now my family, my community, I had one person say, well, you know, I'm a massage therapist and you're my minister. How about I give you massages for free? And then it was someone else saying, you know, I have this home, this vacation home. You can go anytime for free. And it kept stacking up. And then some people would go, well, let me buy lunch today. Well, let me buy dinner. And I swear to goodness, I made less money on paper than I had made 15 years prior, and I felt more prosperous as a minister here in my life. But I had to not identify with any lack, like I am my salary. And I really had to do that work when I let go of this successful co-ministry with Petra. Because everybody knew she was going first and I would stay around for a long time. And I didn't. I let go when we bought Spirit Tours, and I let go from an even nicer salary because y'all had given me raises. Thank you very much. I let go of that and health benefits, and I had no salary as an entrepreneur now. And I worked it, and I said, it doesn't matter. We have enough. We have enough. And I eventually got to paying myself a salary of $1,000 a month, folks. It took many months, but I'm like, hey, I'm getting $1,000 a month. But our biggest expenditure was travel. That's now a business expense. And so on. Then it was like, well, $2,000 a month. And it's been creeping up. But actually, my salary of my own business, it's Spirit Tours that I'm working as much, if not more, than as a senior minister, is still not quite where it was when I first started at CSLDallas. But I am living such a prosperous life. Yeah. We've even bought 2 new properties, right? So I'm saying this to say it doesn't matter what's going on. And I've had some stuff going on lately. I just want to share with you. This year, I started really expanding. I started advertising in the Science Mind magazine more, and spirituality and health, and I tried a few other things, and it was $5,000 a pop, and, you know, this and this, and I was like, yeah, but, you know, we're thriving, Spirit Tours are doing great, blah, 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 and then all of a sudden the dollar starts tanking in this country, and now I have to pay in euros. Oop, the gap got wider. Now I have to pay in yen, and the gap is widening. And by the way, I'm so wonderfully blessed this year with 10 tours, and I'm working so well and hard that I haven't launched 2026 tours. They're supposed to be launched by June, and they're still not all out. And what's the month? October. And so in August, when I saw that I was going to send hundreds of thousands of dollars to Egypt for 2 tours and $100,000 plus to Japan, all in yen, right? And I saw how much money Spirit Tours had in the account for these 3 tours that are ending this year, and I went, oh my God, we don't have any money. And there it was. Am I going to stand in lack or not? This is not magic. This is work. In August, I was terrified. I was petrified. I was stressed. And I was on vacation with my beloved. And I saw it. And then I started the conversations. Wait, you should have seen it coming. What? You're not a good business owner. You know those conversations. They came, right? And then I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? And it was basically, all right, well, let's see about, every day I get, because no debt, not for Spirit Tours or us, I get all these, we can give you $200,000. And yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, so here we go. So I got an abundance of this is me at Spirit Tours, 200 moving parts on every tour. And, okay, so there I was. I'm just telling you. I was panicked. Lack started creeping in, and I knew it. And I'm like, Karen, you can't do this. If you hold this on the inside, you know what's going to happen. You've had 3 successful years, and you're ready to launch even further. So many people want to travel, and so many communities want to travel with Spirit Tours. And I was like, okay, all right. So I started just for 3 days. I focused down, and I was like, okay, I started applying for lines of credit. And Bank of America gave me one. And I was like, okay, so now I have a line of credit. So I just have a safety net. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, you got to start launching tours and get more deposits. And, of course, you can't spend that money either because the tour hadn't come. It's just all this. And I was just like, okay. And I just doubled and tripled and quadrupled down on there is no lack in my life. I'm happy to say I have a line of credit now, but I haven't touched it a bit. And I'm not going to. But I have it in case I need it. But it's because of the consciousness work, and it's back to the quote, forget the lack and think only of abundance. And I have to do it every single day. I see people signing up. I see more conversations, whatever. It doesn't matter. I also started giving away a lot more. I gave away seats to Bali trip to help some CSLs of my colleagues and friends. I gave away a seat to a Bali tour for the Science of Mind Archive so they could auction it off. Things like that. We started a referral program so we can give our travelers that talk about us money back and earn credits. We're about to launch an affiliate program where when centers tell their people and they go on a tour and pay for it, we'll give them $200. But so I'm just like wanting to give more away and give it back. And so I just have to let it go and trust and know that there's absolutely no lack. I'm saying this because you have stuff in your life that you can apply this same thing to. Can I just say, I even heard today, I'm on a fixed income. Stop saying that unless you want a fixed income. There is nothing fixed about the divine oceanic substance that is always swimming and forever and ever expanding. My beloved is not going to have a salary come January 1st. And you know what I am committed to? She's not going to work for at least a year. I don't ever want to think I'm on a fixed income. Okay, so. All right, making sure I know. Okay, here we go. Our limitation is only our unbelief. Life can give us big thing or a little thing. This is the other thing our brain does. The whale is big and the planktons are small. Bullshit. Excuse me. I had a tickle in my nose. $1 million is big and a buck is small. You know what? It's still a one with a bunch of nothing. Unless we make it big or so, because the divine oceanic substance doesn't make it big or small. And I just have things, not big or small, happening all the time. I just have to say I'm so happy that I could tell you this. All right, so yesterday, I don't go clothes shopping hardly ever. I don't like to. But we had planned on me getting some new jeans. And as it turned out, Willie did my hair yesterday, and so there was the Gap literally 3 minutes away. So I went by my big girl self to go buy some jeans, because I hadn't bought jeans in over 5 years, and I had 2 pair, and basically the crotch just rotted out of them eventually, and I had to throw them away. I did it as long as I could, and I had to throw them away. So I walked into the Gap. Do you know? And I said, I'm like, oh, I haven't been to the Gap in so long. Where are the jeans? Where are the, And I asked this guy to help me, Marcos. And he said, well, come right here. What kind of jeans? Blah, 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 blah. And he said, today and today only, you get 40% off. I'm like, solid. See how prosperous I am? I even called Peter after the court counsel. You want to come? It's 40% off. Divine oceanic substance. You don't have to know big or small. So I found 4 pair of jeans. Richard, get my new jeans now. Come on. I got a brand new pair of Gap jeans on. I would show you better, but my hands are full. Okay, so. And then when I got up to the cash register with my 4 pair, he said, well, do you want to go buy some shirts? It's 40% off. And I went, well, let me go look for shirts. Then I went over. I didn't get shirts, but I brought 2 more pair of trousers and one that was marked 80% off. I don't know if I got the 40 on the 80. It doesn't really matter. But now I got 6 pair of pants. And then the guy behind the cash register said, well, if you open up a credit card, you'll get an additional 50% off. That's what I said. And of course, my credit is in, the high 800s, right? I have no debt. And I was like, well, I know I'll get a plot. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? I'm kidding you. I had to write down the numbers on the receipt. Do you know that I could have spent $512.64 for my 5 pairs of pants yesterday? But because there is no lack and I live in an abundant universe, I paid $198. I got $314 off my jeans. I'm just saying. Our limitation is only our unbelief. So as I believe, there is no limitation. I got over $300 off my 5 pair of pants yesterday, or 6 pairs, actually. Okay, so that was just an example. And then the thing is to place no limit on principle. Okay, this one's going to hurt. Hurts me every day when my beloved points it out to me. You got to know your own mind. This is Ernest Holmes. Know your own mind. Train yourself to think what you wish to think, be what you wish to be, feel what you wish to feel, and place no limit on principle. There's no reason to place a limit when your brain goes, yeah, but it can't. Okay. Now, just like Peter said in our class today, you can be a thermostat. You can just raise and raise and raise and do that. But also I invite you to just go for it. But if you can't go for it, keep raising and raising. Because truth be told, you are either attracting or repelling in accord with your mental attitudes. You are either identifying yourself with lack or with abundance. You cannot keep from attracting into your experience that which corresponds to the sum total of your states of consciousness. It is like the law of reflection. The reflection corresponds to the image held before a mirror, and your life is a mirror peopled with the forms of your own acceptance. So the work is yours to do. I can't do it for you. No one. Petra, I did ask for prayers. I went to my prayer warriors when I was in a state of panic in August, and come September, I'm not going to have any money. All the money's gone to Japan, and all the money's gone to Egypt now. And somehow there's still $90,000 still in the working capital of Spirit Tours. And I'm like, wow, and it wasn't going to be any. So we have, and so if there's areas, maybe you're like me and prosperity and money is a great thing. Maybe it's in other areas of your life. We can apply this same thing. And if it's not working the way you're wanting to right now, this is the key. It's just a reflection of the sum total of your consciousness and what you're thinking. And you can change your thinking and change your life right in this moment. Because we all swim in the divine oceanic substance. The last thing I'm going to end with is a big one with a twist. And that's gratitude. We've heard this a lot. Be grateful. Yes. Be grateful. You've heard it before. It's key. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what's to come. Now, when you're grateful for what's to come, the come has to be right now. You see? You can't put it in the future. I'm grateful for it now. And the key is you got to be grateful for other people's prosperity. If there was anything that happened in your body when I said we have a condo, we have a cabin, we have 2 houses, and we're debt-free, and it wasn't like, yay, Karen! There's your work. I caught myself recently. I have 2 incredible friends. Oh, I think I'm going to cry because I'm so grateful. I have 2 incredible friends. I promise it's written in my notes because they might be sitting in the room. I have 2 incredible friends who bought an amazing property in Costa Rica. And when I was down there because, people were like, okay, if you've done it, I can follow in your wake and you can help me and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, well, get off your butt and come down here. Prices are going up. And so these 2 friends did that. And I went and saw their property. I hadn't seen it. And I went and saw it last week when I went down to deal with some things. And they bought an amazing property on the river, 4 minutes from us, with 3 houses. And 2 of them are being built brand new. And I was just like, wow. And the first thing I felt was like, well, damn, why didn't we get this? Well, that's not going to help. And then I put myself in their bodies, and I went, wow, they found this. They negotiated this. This is happening. I could be their eyes and ears and take videos, and I was crying. I was like, oh, my God, this is so beautiful. Oh, my God, you're going to get to live here. Oh, I'm just so grateful that I had a little something to do with this. Oh my God, I'm just so grateful that you're gonna have this place to retire to. And I just went, and I was just like, tears are flowing while I was talking to him on the phone. And I was just like, I am just so grateful that you get to have this experience and I get to come visit. Even little things. Hey, I fly and use points and go business class now to make it easier on my body. And this year, Petra got to call me or text me twice at least this year and go, I got upgraded to business class. And the first time she did, I went, well, why didn't I? I'm so grateful you got upgraded to business class. And I started focusing on that. And she said it again. She not only, went coming, she got it going back. And she's not even executive platinum like me. And I was like, I am so grateful you got upgraded. I put myself in her body so I could have the experience. Listen to this. I put myself in her body while she was flying in business class. And I was like, oh, she's having such a good time. I know she's reading her book or whatever, and she's getting those warm nuts and, whatever. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful she has that experience. And I held that. And when I went to Costa Rica last week, I got upgraded both ways too. It's a reflection. Don't miss this. If you have envy or why is this person spending their money this way or doing this or doing, stop it. Finally, I promise this is finally. I only get to speak a few times, so I do go over. This is the third lesson I really learned this summer. Don't pull back from what flows through you. Okay, so here I am. I had to work through that panic, that sense of lack, everything going on in August about the financial wherewithal of spirit tours. And I was in Bali with 2 groups. And usually I'm just very generous. You know, you're supposed to pay for your drinks for the group meals. And usually, I mean, really, 99% of the time I'll go, and they'll go, okay, they'll start getting out their money, and I'll go, no, Spirit Tours has got it. Really? Yes. But because I still was working on this in early part of September, I could feel the pullback within me. And well, should we pay for? Oh, I don't have enough money. Spirit Tours got the drinks. Spirit Tours got you going to the monkey forest. We got it. Really? Yes. You know, everybody's happier. I love giving surprises on our tours, right? And be generous. That's how 90,000 is sitting in the bank, because I didn't pull back. I did not pull back. Because I know when I pull back, it impacts every area of my life. It impacts the person in front of me and the group and the experience and etc. So if there's a thought of lack, especially don't pull back. Which brings me really to one of the most significant times in the life of our community. If you're connected to our community in any shape, form, or fashion, you just drop in twice a year. You're online. You may never step foot here physically, but you get blessings from us with Science of Mind teachings, and that we hold the highest for you, and the Adventures in Spirit folks are actually praying for all of your abundance, etc., etc. This is the key time in the life of our community. We only do it this time of the year, and it's called our annual pledge program. And what it is will you, so we can be responsible stewards for spending the money. And as a senior minister in this community for 9 years, let me tell you, we're the most responsible community with the money, the financial money. And the staff is half the size now from when I was here, kind of thing. So they're doing great things with all the abundance that you give them. There's no fluff in this. And so this time of the year, I can't tell you how significant this is. And so we ask for you to pledge. And what it is say, okay, I am not coming from a place of lack. We had to do this year too, with one salary coming up. I'm not going to come from a place of lack. I'm going to step into my prosperity for my life. My income is not fixed. I'm going to give. I'm going to stretch from a place that I think, because if it's like a holdback, you can feel it. You know when you're holding back. If any cell of your body's holding back, stretch and say no. Snuff that lack thought out. So we're going to pass around pledge cards online. You have one, and it's basically, next year, I make a commitment that I'm going to give at least this amount to CSLDallas. At least, okay? Because then they can budget based upon their responsibilities. So as they're being passed out, if you have not filled one of these out, now if you're new, stay a while. Become a part of our community, online and in person. Maybe you do it next year. That's great. Really. But if you are feeling like, I want to support that which is giving good to me, and I am not going to come from a place of lack, I'm stepping into this, please fill out this pledge card. And if you have already filled out a pledge card, Karen's got her big girl, brand new Gap jeans on again right now. We've already filled one out. But in this moment, I knew I was holding back. We more than tithe. So I'm going to up our pledge, Petra, in this moment. So if you've already pledged and you know it was a little bit of a pullback or a lack. I'm going to ask you, for the sake of your prosperous life, really, up it. Even if it's $5, up it. Because every bit of currency, the current of life, currency that you give to this community ripples out 1,000, 1,000, 1,000-fold. There's a legacy here that in 2102, they're going to find Dr. Peter Weldis's talk on YouTube. Think about that. I don't know why I picked 2102. So from your heart, from your place of your birthright, I ask you to give to this community that gives back one I shall never, ever, ever be able to repay in my entire life. And so it is.
Okay, so in the current, all you bioluminescent, I thought of y'all as bioluminescent fish in this current of oceanic substance. We're going to do our affirmation of abundance right now.
And you can put your pledge card in the basket if you're in the sanctuary.
There it is. So, yeah, there's lots of ways to give. You can do it online. You can do it, there's a QR code. There are many ways. You know all the ways to, that we can give money and get money. So here we go. Today, I joyfully expect and accept complete prosperity as mine. My good flows to me from all sources. I know the truth that our good is forever flowing and manifesting in our center, our community, and our world. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so welcome anyone who happens to be visiting either in the sanctuary or online. And if you haven't received a free gift, you can chat with any of these greeters, and they'll be happy to give you one. Inside the bag, you will find a Connect card, and we'd love to stay in touch. So you fill out the card, and you're connected, and then you learn about all our events and activities. And for those of you online, there's a link posted in the chat box right now, so you too can get connected. And once you've filled it out, a free gift will be heading your way through the ethers or FedEx or however that happens. Okay, are you curious about the symbol that you see around CSL Dallas? Find out more in Unlocking the Power of the Universe workshop. In this dynamic and engaging workshop, we'll demystify the science of mind teaching symbol, not just as a diagram, but as a living map of creation itself. You'll explore the deeper meaning behind the symbol and how it, is there a symbol? Oh, there it is. Yep. You will find the deeper meaning behind the symbol and how it reveals universal spiritual principles, the creative process in action, showing you exactly how thoughts become things, and intentional thinking and real-time application. So you can stop reacting and start co-creating. And this isn't just information, this is transformation. And I think, Ryan is here. Ryan's going to come up to us come up here and speak about Soul Science event.
Well, hello, CSL Dallas family and friends. I have come from beyond the nether realms of the stage upstairs to come and join you down here. And for a very important reason, because we're coming up on an incredible weekend starting November 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you haven't followed along with the announcements, it's going to be an entire weekend of celebration, learning, and excitement. And I know a lot of you out there are like me, and you experience spirituality through practicing it in a group setting. A lot of us learn spirituality, a lot of us can practice it that way, but we're inviting you to the upcoming Soul Science, and we're taking over the sanctuary. That's right, so we have more room for all of us to be in participation with one another. So I just want to make a special invitation for anybody here to come and join us on November 7th, starting at 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary for a visual, auditory celebration like never before. We'll be blending yoga, sound bath, meditation, and an exercise to do in community with one another. And for my folks online, I see you too, we'll also be doing an exercise with you. So you'll be able to participate with our meditation, and our very own, well, he's still our own, practitioner Shane Hudgens from Colorado will be helping to help facilitate that along with our online engagement team. So it's going to be a special way to kick off the weekend. Invite you guys to come on down, and for tickets, go to CSLDallas.org, and you can sign up now. Thank you.
And the last thing is that today, which we've already talked about, is the Adventures in Spirit meeting. So you can grab food, you go out this door, grab your food, and you come back in. So it's a circle, may the circle be unbroken. Okay, if you're not going to be here, you can join on the Zoom link. So you need to register there online at CSL Dallas. And as always, it is lovely to be with you in community, and we are going to sing it out. Stand up and let's hallelujah.